What is your thoughts on the Khabib Gaethje fight?
Badass fight, man. I'm a fan of both. Gaethje's just got that X factor. He can always end the fight at any moment. And then, but Khabib, if you don't end the fight, he's eventually just going to wear you down and end it himself. So I feel like when you say a fight, you got to say it going one of two ways, right? That's the way you do a fight prediction. In my mind, it's like, well, either, Khabib can get past those dangerous strikes and actually land a takedown, or if, Gaethje can defend his takedowns, keep it on his feet. We'll have to just see who can implement their game plan the best. And it's definitely, it's an exciting fight, man. A lot on the line. And I couldn't imagine being a guy like Khabib where, we've all got that, most of us got that loss out of the way almost in a sense, where it's just like, man, you pick up where you were, you move forward, and it's like, it sucks, but you got that moving forward. You kind of lose the pressure of that one L. But when you're on that Mayweather or Khabib or all these guys are in the undefeated range, it's like every time you step in there, man, it's like that zero is always all on the line.
Yeah.
And, that's a lot of pressure. So it might change the way you fight. You might fight a little safer, right? Or, Gaethje's going out there reckless. He don't give a fuck. So he's going to go
It's a crazy fight, man.
It's just an interesting style matchup, right? Like the guy that doesn't give a fuck and he's dangerous, or the guy that's very dangerous but he might be a little safer because he's got a lot on the line, man. It's tough.
I've always said I do honestly feel he's my teammate. I'm biased, but I've always felt that Khabib could be the guy, the one MMA fighter that could retire undefeated, fighting the best fighters in the world. But this is the scariest fight for me because this is a man who can end the fight, and if anyone's going to beat Khabib, it's going to be someone like Gaethje, and actually, not even someone like Gaethje, with his wrestling and with his boxing. So it's like it's a scary fight, It's not like I'm gonna be holding my breath during that fight because at any given second, one of those freaking punches can land or four of them, and it could change everything.
Yep. But I will say, Khabib's stand-up, man, like
it's good.
It's gotten a lot better. It's gotten a lot better. When you look at his earlier fights and some of the shots he was throwing. He definitely had to tighten that up, but he did that. And that's why I think it's almost easier to always teach a wrestler, or a guy that's good on the ground, some stand-up, some basics on how to just defend themselves, working their way into transition from takedowns and things, as opposed to, the stand-up guy trying to teach him just the ground and all that. That's just my thought on it, but depends who's coaching and what basically learn who the athlete is. But generally speaking, I think you teach a guy like Khabib a little stand-up, man, good luck.
Hovs is coach, and Hov has taught him amazing stand-up. It's actually, it blows my mind how good his stand-up has gotten. But that's Hov and Khabib. I have no say in their strategy. I have no say in their training. But I wouldn't personally go in there with the stand-up, strategy, being Khabib and being so good at where he's at. I wouldn't change it up at all. If I was the coach, I would say, Khabib, just go do your thing, bro. Like, go do your thing.
What else do you say to that guy? I don't think anybody should say anything to that guy. Let him do his thing.
Yeah, he doesn't need it.
He's getting it done. I think he could be that one guy, too, that retires undefeated. I wonder, it's tough, man, because you start playing into all this shit that, like, you shouldn't be asking, but you're kind of curious about is, say he wins this fight, like, who's he fighting next? You never will look a guy like Gaethje, man, because Gaethje could be that guy. Yeah. But they're talking about the GSP, and then who else? That would be amazing if you ever fought a GSP and a 30th. Like,
I think either way it would be a good fight. I think
Yeah.
either way, even no matter what happens with him and Gaethje, it would still be a good fight. But yeah, of course, it wouldn't have near the meaning unless he beats Gaethje, and we can't overlook Gaethje, of course. But yeah, I mean, if you
maybe you introduce picture you introduce a 65-pound weight class with that. Which way to open up a 65 weight class and a GSP Khabib, right? And then
that's his fear.
It's a big move, man. But I feel for you heavier weights, man. Those are big jumps in those weight classes sometimes. 70, 85, 205. It's up there, man.